Dragon myths are a recurring theme in the folklore of many ancient cultures. These myths span diverse geographical regions, including China and the Near East. Dragon myths also appear in Northern Europe, highlighting their widespread distribution. This prevalence suggests that dragon myths represent a significant and shared cultural phenomenon. In Chinese mythology, dragons are frequently linked to water. This association symbolizes harmony within the natural world. Dragons are also emblematic of prosperity and good fortune. They are seen as powerful, benevolent creatures. Their connection to water reinforces their life-giving and nurturing qualities. Dragons were a recurring motif in the art and mythology of the ancient Near East. They were often depicted as powerful, mythical creatures. A common role for dragons was as guardians of sacred places. They were also seen as protectors of hidden knowledge and ancient wisdom. Depictions of dragons can be found on temple ruins and other archaeological sites. Norse mythology features dragons as significant entities. These dragons are depicted as powerful beings. They are often portrayed with wings, enabling flight. Norse dragons are intrinsically linked to storms. They are also associated with the sky and celestial phenomena. These associations highlight their elemental power and influence. Dragon-like symbols are found in diverse cultures globally. Some of these cultures had no known historical contact with each other. This lack of interaction suggests independent development of dragon myths. The independent emergence of similar symbols implies a common psychological or environmental influence. These shared symbols may reflect universal human experiences or archetypes. The dragon myth's prevalence highlights its potential significance in human culture and cognition. Dragon myths across different cultures often share similar characteristics. These shared traits include scaled bodies, reminiscent of reptiles. Many dragons are depicted with serpentine bodies and wings for flight. A common attribute is the ability to breathe fire or other elements. Paleontology studies prehistoric life through the examination of fossils. Fossils provide tangible evidence of extinct organisms and their environments. The discovery of exceptionally large fossils has sparked various interpretations throughout history. Some scholars suggest that encounters with massive fossilized remains may have influenced the creation of dragon legends. The sheer size and unusual anatomy of these fossils could have inspired mythical creatures in ancient folklore. Thus, paleontological findings may have indirectly contributed to the rich tapestry of mythological narratives. Dragon myths may have originated from observations of dramatic weather events. Thunderstorms, with their loud noises and lightning, could have inspired dragon imagery. Volcanic eruptions, characterized by fire and smoke, may have also contributed. These extreme natural phenomena likely left a lasting impression on early cultures. The awe and fear associated with these events could have led to the creation of dragon myths. Volcanic landscapes are characterized by intense geological activity. These landscapes often feature fire, smoke, and dramatic geological formations. The imagery of volcanic activity may have influenced ancient myths and legends. One example is the fiery breath, often attributed to dragons in folklore. The similarity between volcanic eruptions and dragon's breath is visually striking. This connection highlights how natural phenomena can shape cultural narratives. Comparative mythology examines recurring themes across different cultures. Dragon myths are a common element found in numerous cultures worldwide. These myths often share striking similarities in dragon characteristics and roles. This is despite the fact that many of these cultures had no historical contact. The prevalence of similar dragon myths suggests a possible shared origin or universal human experience. Some psychological theories link dragon myths to the human collective unconscious. The collective unconscious is a shared inherited reservoir of universal experiences and archetypes. Archetypes are universal, primordial images, patterns, and symbols. These archetypes are proposed to be present in the unconscious of all individuals. Dragon myths may represent certain archetypes, such as the shadow, or the hero. Therefore, dragon myths reflect shared psychological patterns present in humanity. Dragons are potent symbols in various religious and cultural traditions. Their symbolic meaning is highly context-dependent, varying across cultures. Dragons can represent chaos, embodying destructive forces or untamed aspects of nature. Alternatively, they may symbolize power, strength, and sovereignty. Ancient texts across cultures contain descriptions of dragons. These descriptions vary based on cultural perspectives and symbolism. Dragons often represent power, wisdom, or chaos in these texts. The physical attributes of dragons are detailed, including scales, wings, and breath. Their habitats, such as mountains or caves, are also frequently mentioned. These texts highlight the cultural significance and enduring fascination with dragons. Dragon imagery is a recurring motif in art history. Dragons appear in various art forms across different eras. These depictions span numerous geographical regions and cultures. The widespread presence of dragons in art highlights their enduring cultural significance. Dragon tales are a significant part of folklore. These tales are transmitted across generations. The stories evolve over time. They adapt to local beliefs. The tales also adapt to local customs. This adaptation ensures the tales remain relevant. Dragons hold varied and significant roles across different cultures. These roles span a wide spectrum of symbolic representation. In some cultures, dragons are revered as benevolent deities. They are often associated with wisdom, protection, and good fortune. Conversely, other cultures depict dragons as fearsome monsters. These monstrous dragons embody chaos, destruction, and danger. The term dragon has deep historical roots traceable through linguistic analysis. Etymological study reveals connections between dragon and various ancient languages. Tracing the word's origin provides insights into cultural perceptions of dragons. Linguistic evolution has shaped the term's meaning and usage over time. Understanding the etymology enhances comprehension of the dragon's symbolic significance. Natural disasters are extreme events caused by environmental forces. These events can include floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and wildfires. Historically, the destructive power of these events was often poorly understood. Ancient cultures frequently attributed natural disasters to supernatural forces or mythical beings. The scale and impact of certain natural disasters may have inspired legends of dragons. Dragons, in this context, symbolize the raw, untamed power of nature's destructive capabilities. Ancient civilizations observed various celestial events in the sky. These events included comets, meteor showers, and other astronomical phenomena. Lacking scientific understanding, people often interpreted these events through myths and legends. Some celestial events, due to their appearance or behavior, may have been seen as dragons. This interpretation highlights how cultural beliefs shaped the understanding of the natural world. Legends of sea serpents are found in many coastal cultures. These legends often involve large, serpentine creatures inhabiting the oceans. The prevalence of sea serpent stories may have influenced the development of dragon myths. Coastal cultures, in particular, may have integrated sea serpent imagery into their dragon lore. The reptilian features of dragons may be rooted in human fascination. This fascination extends to snakes and other reptiles. These animals share certain characteristics. These characteristics may be reflected in dragon depictions. This connection could explain some dragon features. Archaeological discoveries provide tangible evidence of past civilizations. Dragon-related artifacts are a specific category of archaeological finds. These artifacts offer insights into the beliefs of ancient cultures. They also shed light on the practices associated with those beliefs. Analysis of dragon artifacts helps reconstruct ancient worldviews. Such discoveries contribute to a deeper understanding of human history and cultural evolution. Dragon myths are subject to cultural transmission, evolving across different societies. The transmission process involves adapting dragon lore to fit local beliefs and values. Cultural exchange and historical events influence the transformation of dragon myths. Over time, dragon myths incorporate new symbolic meanings and narrative elements. These adaptations result in diverse interpretations of dragons across various cultures. Dragon motifs are a recurring element in literature across diverse cultures. Comparative literature analyzes these motifs to understand their symbolic meanings. The analysis explores how different cultures interpret and represent dragons. Understanding dragon motifs provides insights into cultural values and beliefs. Dragons frequently appear in various creation myths across cultures. These myths often assign dragons a significant role in the world's formation. Dragons may be depicted as active creators, shaping the landscape and elements. In some narratives, dragons are involved in the origin of humanity itself. They might be portrayed as guardians, protectors, or even progenitors of human beings. The specific roles and attributes of dragons vary widely, depending on the cultural context of the myth. Dragons can be viewed as both deities and demons across different cultures. This duality reflects the complex nature attributed to dragons. Their roles often depend on their relationship with humanity. Dragons embody both benevolent and malevolent forces. Dragons are frequently used as symbols in art across various cultures. The symbolism of dragons can vary significantly based on cultural context. In some cultures, dragons represent power and authority. In other cultural contexts, dragons may symbolize wisdom and knowledge. Conversely, dragons can also embody destruction and chaos in certain artistic traditions. Linguistics plays a key role in understanding the formation and evolution of myths. Language provides the framework through which myths are narrated and transmitted. Storytelling is the primary mechanism for perpetuating dragon myths across generations. The narrative structure and linguistic elements shape the audience's perception of dragons. Analyzing language reveals cultural values and beliefs embedded within dragon myths. Philosophical study explores archetypes and universal symbols within dragon mythology. Archetypes represent fundamental, recurring patterns of human experience. Dragons often embody powerful archetypal concepts like chaos, wisdom, or guardianship. Universal symbols, such as dragons, transcend cultural boundaries. Philosophical analysis reveals deeper meanings embedded in dragon myths across cultures. Humans exhibit both fear and fascination towards dragons, a duality rooted in psychological factors. Fear of dragons may stem from primal instincts related to large predators and the unknown. Dragons often embody chaos and destruction, triggering innate survival mechanisms. Fascination arises from dragons' representation of power, wisdom, and untamed nature. These mythical creatures symbolize both danger and potential, captivating the human psyche. Eastern dragons are often portrayed as benevolent creatures. In contrast, Western dragons are frequently depicted as malevolent. This represents a key difference in cultural interpretations of dragons. These contrasting portrayals influence their roles in mythology and folklore. Western dragon myths frequently depict dragons as guardians and hoarders of treasure. This portrayal often symbolizes greed and the corrupting influence of wealth. Dragons are commonly presented as powerful, fearsome creatures. They are often challenges for heroes seeking to prove their worth. The dragon-slaying motif is a recurring theme in folklore. It is often interpreted as a symbolic representation. Dragon slaying symbolizes the triumph over chaos. It also represents the victory over evil forces. The motif highlights the hero's ability to restore order. Dragon gods are prominent figures in the mythologies of various cultures worldwide. These deities often embody immense power and are associated with natural forces. Their roles vary significantly, ranging from creators to destroyers. Attributes commonly linked to dragon gods include wisdom, strength, and control over the elements. Different cultures attribute unique characteristics and stories to their respective dragon gods. Understanding these deities provides insight into the cultural values and beliefs of different societies. Dragons have been a recurring motif in art across various cultures and historical periods. Depictions of dragons vary significantly depending on the art style and cultural context. These depictions range from fearsome beasts to symbols of power, wisdom, or good fortune. Analyzing dragon art provides insights into the beliefs and values of different societies. Linguistics explores the etymology and meaning of dragon names across various languages. The study includes analyzing the cultural significance embedded in these names. Different languages often attribute unique characteristics to dragons through their names. Dragon names can reflect historical beliefs and symbolic representations. Linguistic analysis reveals how dragon names evolve and adapt within different cultures. Dragon worship is a religious practice found in various cultures worldwide. These practices involve rituals and beliefs centered around dragons. Different cultures exhibit unique forms of dragon worship. These variations reflect diverse cultural interpretations of dragons. Comparative religion explores these diverse dragon worship traditions. Anthropology explores cultural beliefs and practices related to dragons across different societies. Dragon beliefs often reflect a culture's values, fears, and understanding of the natural world. Dragons can symbolize various concepts, such as power, chaos, wisdom, or protection. Anthropological studies examine how dragons are depicted in myths, legends, art, and rituals. These studies also investigate the social functions and cultural significance of dragon narratives. Dragon myths have evolved significantly across different cultures and historical periods. Historical linguistics provides tools to trace the transformations in dragon mythologies. These myths reflect cultural values, fears, and environmental interactions of different societies. Analyzing these myths reveals insights into the cultural and linguistic history of various civilizations. Dragon myths may have environmental origins. Natural phenomena could have inspired dragon legends. Specific habitats might be linked to dragon lore. Environmental science can explore these connections. Understanding these origins provides insight into cultural beliefs. The relationship between dragon myths and constellations is examined. Ancient cultures often projected mythical creatures onto the night sky. Constellations may have served as a canvas for these cultural narratives. Dragon myths, prevalent across various civilizations, could be linked to specific star patterns. Certain constellations might have been interpreted as dragons, influencing related folklore. This connection highlights the interplay between astronomy and mythology in shaping cultural understanding. Sea monster legends have significantly influenced the development of dragon mythology across cultures. Ancient mariners' tales of colossal sea creatures likely contributed to the image of dragons. Shared attributes include immense size, serpentine bodies, and association with the sea. These legends help shape the perception of dragons as powerful, fearsome beings of the deep. Dragons, as mythical creatures, often incorporate features inspired by real animals. Scales, a common dragon attribute, are inspired by reptiles like lizards and snakes. The wings of dragons may be inspired by those of bats, birds, or pterosaurs. Other features, such as claws and teeth, also draw inspiration from various animal species. Archaeology provides tangible evidence related to dragon beliefs. This evidence includes artifacts and remnants of dragon-related practices. These findings offer insights into how dragons were perceived. Archaeological discoveries shed light on the cultural significance of dragons. Dragons frequently embody power, strength, and wisdom across diverse cultures. In some societies, dragons symbolize chaos, destruction, and the untamed forces of nature. Conversely, dragons can represent protection, good fortune, and benevolent leadership. The dragon's symbolism often reflects a culture's values, beliefs, and historical experiences. Analyzing dragon mythology provides insights into societal structures and moral codes. Scholars in social sciences study dragon symbolism to understand cultural narratives and archetypes. Dragon narratives are a common element in the folklore of many cultures. Comparative literature analyzes dragon stories across different cultural contexts. This comparison reveals both unique cultural interpretations and shared archetypes. Analyzing these narratives provides insights into cultural values and beliefs. Various theories attempt to explain the origins of dragon myths across cultures. Some theories suggest dragons are derived from ancient encounters with dinosaur fossils. Other theories propose that dragons symbolize natural forces, such as storms or volcanoes. Cultural interpretations of dragons vary widely, ranging from benevolent protectors to destructive monsters. Dragons often function as powerful spirits in various religious and mythological systems. These spirits are frequently associated with natural forces, such as weather and bodies of water. In many cultures, dragons serve as guardians, protecting sacred places or valuable treasures. Their role as guardians emphasizes their strength and ability to ward off negative influences. Dragons are mythical creatures, frequently depicted in art across various cultures. These representations often carry significant cultural and symbolic meanings. The artistic portrayals of dragons vary widely, reflecting different cultural interpretations. Analyzing dragon art provides insights into the beliefs and values of different societies. Language plays a crucial role in shaping the narratives of dragon legends. Linguistic structures and storytelling traditions influence the characteristics attributed to dragons. Language acts as a vehicle for transmitting dragon legends across generations and cultures. The evolution of language can also alter the perception and interpretation of dragon myths over time.